Yes, that line right there. Who appointed you to the United States Supreme Court? That is the ball game, folks. And that is why Senator Kennedy is a national treasure. What you're about to see is not just some fiery exchange like the media loves to say. No, this is a live-action civics lesson. This is what it looks like when a patriot, a real constitutionalist, stands up to the D.C. swamp. You've got a non-elected Obama holdover bureaucrat, Sally Yates, who decides her personal feelings, her Trump derangement syndrome, are more important than the actual law. She thinks she gets to be judge, jury, and executioner for a brand new president. And then, thank God, you've got Senator John Kennedy. He's not just a politician. He's a brilliant lawyer. And he is not about to let this un-American nonsense stand. He smells the constitutional overreach from a mile away, and he is going in for the kill. This is a masterclass in how to dismantle a liberal activist's entire argument. Stick around. And hey, if you are tired of these unelected swamp creatures trying to run our country, go ahead and pound that subscribe button right now. We need more of this. All right, let's get into it. Man, every single time. It's just perfect. Okay, let's break this down because the setup is just as good as the punchline. Did you see how he starts? He's not yelling. He's not pounding Thedible like the Democrats do when they don't get their way. He's a statesman. He's a prosecutor. Just simple facts. You refuse to defend the president's order. And she's so arrogant. She's so confident. She says, yes, Senator. All proud of herself. She has no idea the trap that just snapped shut around her. She thinks she's there to give some big heroic speech for the resistance. And Kennedy just lets her. He gives her all the rope she needs to hang herself. She goes on and on about her analysis and intent and how she couldn't in good conscience send lawyers in to defend Ailey. A lie. Who decides that? Her. This is what these DC insiders and these heretical leftists just don't get. It is not her job to decide that. He tries to help her. Ma'am, I didn't ask for an essay. He's literally trying to keep her from embarrassing herself on national TV. But she just keeps digging. She is so wrapped up in her own self-righteousness, her principled stand, that she can't see the legal freight train that's about to hit her, and then he just lowers the boom. He's got her. He asks the only question that matters. At what point does a law become unconstitutional, Miss Yates? When you, an unelected lawyer, feel it is? Or when the Supreme Court says so? She has no answer. She can't answer because she knows she's been found out. She tries to dodge. She tries to talk about the AG's role again, and he just cuts right through all that noise. Who appointed you to the United States Supreme Court? Mic drop, the whole room just freezes. That's not just a zinger, folks. That is the argument. That is the entire ballgame. He is teaching a first-year law school lesson to the acting attorney general. Think about that. He is reminding her and everyone in that room that we live in a republic. We have a system. We have a separation of powers. The executive branch, that's her, enforces the law. The judicial branch, that's the courts, decides what's constitutional. You don't just get to wake up one morning, decide you don't like the president, and appoint yourself a one-woman Supreme Court. This is the definition of activist arrogance, and he just called it out for the entire world to see. It's incredible. But hold on, he's not even done. He's just humiliated her on constitutional law, and then he pivots so fast it'll make your head spin. Okay, let's talk Russia. You can just see her thinking, oh good, a friendly topic. We can all agree on this. Wrong. This is the 2-for-1 special. This is the knockout. Kennedy asks, did they meddle? She says, yes, all serious. And then he asks the real question. The one the fake news media never wanted to ask. Did they change the outcome? And you can just see the panic in her eyes. She pauses. She knows she's trapped. No evidence of that. Checkmate again. In less than 5 minutes, this man got an Obama-appointed AG to admit on their court 2 critical things. That she believes her personal feelings trump the entire judicial branch, and that the entire Russia changed the election hoax. The thing they were using to try and delegitimize President Trump from day on was a failure. They didn't succeed. He got her to admit it all. This is why we need people like John Kennedy in Washington. He's not a show horse. He's a workhorse. He's not there to pin for the cameras. He's there to defend the rule of law and expose these political hacks. That was a 10 out of 10 A+ performance. An absolute legend. But what do you guys think? I want to hear from you. Am I right? Is this the kind of constitutional defense we need more of? Or do you think it's okay for these unelected Democrats to just nullify laws they don't like? Let me know your verdict in the comments. This is a huge debate, and I want to know where you all stand. And hey, if you love this breakdown, do me a solid. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content that cuts right through the DC spin. And I'm gonna have to watch that again. See you in the next one.